you've got me here, because I can't even remember what the term is called. It's like one of those fallacies or something where like really stupid people and really educated people actually do the same things.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Do's and Donuts of Fitness. Today's podcast is going to be on overrated and underrated topics. Various different things, nutrition, training, and we've called the other category other. So, Jake, but before we go into that, Jake, what have you done this week?
So I have managed to fracture my ankle.
Well fucking done.
Yeah. So I'm in a boot, crutches. I can't put any weight on my foot. And yeah, it wasn't even my fault, to be fair. Like it's not like anything I could have helped. So I don't really feel stupid. I was just playing football and I got tackled. I landed on my foot and my foot was like upside down. Full pressure of my weight, my ankle just completely bent like the wrong way. Yeah, my ankle was pretty fucked. And got home, called the 111, and I was like, I think my ankle's pretty bad, but I don't want to come to the hospital unless I need to. And they were like, you sound like you need an X-ray, so come up. And I've never broken a bone before, so I thought that it's probably just like ligaments or something. And then after waiting for a few hours, the guy came out with a boot and crutches and was like, well, it's broken. And then just sent me off 2 minutes later in a boot, and they didn't speak to me for 2 more days. So like I had 2 days of not really knowing what was up until today.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought I was going to be having to like wheelchair you around the Arnold Festival next week.
I wish. That would be nice. To be honest, like at the moment, I can't really do too much quickly. So a wheelchair would be nice, but I think by the Arnold Festival, I should be a little bit more mobile and like, I don't know, I won't be doing any sprinting, but I might be able to walk up and down the thing.
No, it's going to be, I can't wait for that. That's going to be really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Don't know, like, yeah, I just don't know how mobile I'm going to be. That's the only thing. But
I reckon they'll have like, if we go in there, I reckon they'll have chairs, you know?
Yeah, but I will see, to be honest. Like, so
because walking around all day might be a bit of a struggle. So I don't mind wheelchairing you around.
So, I mean, I think the day after, or even the day when I was up there. So obviously I've been doing the 75 hard challenge, and I've been really working on my mindset a lot, doing a lot of things that help kind of making me feel like mentally strong, mentally a little bit better. And I really think that's helped because I haven't really stressed about it at all. And the next day I was up within 12 hours. I mean, the doctor didn't really advise it, but I was back in the gym training clients 12 hours after like the break. So, and I was on my feet a lot of yesterday. I wasn't moving very much, but I was on my feet for a while, which wasn't very comfortable. But if I could do it yesterday, I'm sure I can do it for one day in like a week's time. Yeah. So that's my week's been more eventful than it was meant to be. Oh yeah, well, I also launched my my new revamped online coaching, but I can discuss that at the end maybe, because it's boring. But
it's not boring, but yeah, we'll get that in at the end.
How's your week been?
Busy, super busy, and it's been the final few days before my photo shoot. So my photo shoot is tomorrow. I cannot fucking wait. Like I am not craving, like I'm not, when I say I'm craving some like sweets, like, yeah, I want some sweets. I'm not going to go crazy and eat myself to be sick. Like I'm just not there anymore.
Yeah.
But I am like, I cannot wait to have like a brownie or a donut or something.
I think
I'm going to have a burger.
There comes that time where like you've gone so long without it that you're not like craving the binge anymore, but it would be nice to just be able to include it.
Well, yeah, I just enjoy all foods.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have something different. Like I'm excited to, so yeah, tomorrow I'm having a 7-bone Big Daddy burger.
Nice. That sounds lovely.
Can't
It actually
wait.
does. And you're like, I've seen a couple, you haven't posted too many photos of your body recently, but I've like, you've posted a couple, and from what you've posted, you look in really, really good shape. So you're feeling good.
I'm super happy. Like I didn't go in this wanting to be like super stage lean. Like that was not the point of this. This shoot is not really, yeah, it's for me confidence wise to build a bit of confidence for like future shoots, but this is like for website and stuff. So for me, my clientele is not stage, like it's not bikini models. It's not. So like I never went into it wanting to be like super lean. I have stayed on about 1,800 to 1,900 calories.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah. Throughout this whole time. There has been a couple of days where I've gone 2,000. And I'm feeling fucking brilliant.
That's good.
Fucking brilliant. But for the last couple of weeks, some exercises are still like I'm still adding a little bit of weight, but there's some exercises what I've just plateaued, and I just cannot wait to eat more calories and lift heavier. I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's getting into that period now. Obviously, you're about to have your shoot, and then once that's done, it's good. But like we're getting into that winter period where pretty much for a lot of people, a bit of a bulk and strength training is going to take a bigger focus than anything else, which is nice. And I was really looking forward to it. I don't know. I might have to take 6, 7, 8 weeks until I can start getting there again.
You can just be like super fucking buff on the top half, and then you'll just have little chicken legs,
little like twiglets. So on that subject, twiglets, the crisp, overrated or underrated?
I think they're overrated because I find them disgusting.
Oh, I thought you were going to like them.
No. So, but isn't there different flavors?
I don't know. I don't think so. They're just Marmite, aren't they? Yeah.
You know, that's one thing. Actually, no. Don't mind Marmite Walkers.
See, I always forget. I don't know if I've ever had them because I don't really like Marmite. But I always forget this about you because you won't mind me saying this, but you are a bit of a freak. And I always think Marmite is for freaks. So I just associate you and Marmite. Like I just think Haley definitely likes Marmite.
This is a weird thing about me. Marmite, I could leave it. If someone gave me Marmite on toast and said, "Look, do you want this? Do you want to eat it?" Yeah, I'll eat it.
Okay, I don't think I could.
But I would never choose to have it.
I could eat a bag of Twiglets, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I don't know if anyone even rates them that much. But I think they're overrated probably. So yeah, if you haven't grasped it by now, we're doing overrated, underrated. And pretty much how we just did it then is how it's going to go going forwards.
Yeah. And I'm excited about some of these because some people might hate us. Some people are going to laugh. Some people might be pissed off.
Yeah. We have no idea, by the way, what each other's questions are either. So if we're surprised, don't be surprised because we're going with this just randomly. So I'm gonna kick it off.
Okay, go.
Overrated or underrated? Keto for fat loss.
Fucking overrated. Keto, fucking bullshit. Why am I swearing so much? I never swear this much.
Yeah, you never swear. I remember when we first started this podcast as well, you never swore and I swore loads. And now,
I know. What the hell?
Look at you.
Mouth. Right. Keto, overrated. It is rubbish. Carbs are life. The carbs are way too tasty to get rid of and kind of essential. Like keto, fair enough. You might like when people say that once you've got past that first bit, your energy levels are back up. No, bullshit. Sorry, I need my carbs.
I think I've done it because I'm dumb enough to fall for every diet and I've tried everything. So luckily I'm so dumb I've gone the whole way round and I've realized that just eating normally is the best way. And you definitely, I feel like your energy levels are more stable, but they're never like, they're just never good.
Great. Yeah.
It's that's what people will say. They're like, oh, it's more stable. It's just definitely not good. It's definitely not better. And your breath smells. And
yeah, that's gross.
What else? It's actually really hard to eat like really high fatty meats all the time at breakfast.
Yeah, and you can't even eat like bananas. Sorry, but I have banana.
You can't eat any. You can't eat any fruit.
Sorry, no.
Even veg is a tough one to get in.
Veg and I want fruit.
Yeah,
I need them. So
agreed.
No.
Agreed.
Overrated or underrated? Burpees.
Fucking overrated. I mean, I never do burpees because my back fucking is, as I've mentioned maybe twice a podcast, my back's ruined. They're tough. They make you tired. They really knacker you. They literally knacker you out, and they do fuck all for you in comparison to other. That's my laptop going off. That in comparison to other exercises. So like if I wanted to build muscle, they're rubbish. And if I wanted to increase my like cardio capacity, they're not as good as other exercises.
Go on a bike.
I don't know why everyone likes them so much.
Yeah, they're horrendous. Like I think when like I used to do like 20 minutes of craziness or join in on a class and it was like burpees in it. I think that's what injured my shoulder, and rotator cuff.
Do you know what I hate? Now you've touched on that, is the way the fitness industry for so long was that way. Like, oh, we're going to blast you 20-minute ab blast, this, that, like everything's gonna be fast paced and you're going to burn double the calories because it's HIIT. That's fuck. That's literally couldn't be further away from like the way me and you train our clients. Yeah. And the way me and you train our clients gets really good results. And these HIIT fucking classes, yeah, they're going to burn a few calories and stuff, but they're not very good and they feel horrible. And I think this is a lot of the reason why people don't have PTs or don't want to use your online coaching, because they think they don't have the energy.
They think you're going to give them endless amounts of burpees and box jumps. No.
I honestly think the way that me and you train people, it's actually quite easy.
Yeah.
It's actually quite easy to do. I genuinely don't think it's hard.
And I think I can understand, like after a HIIT class where someone's like, oh, I feel good. Like I've been doing cycling on a spin bike and I've actually come to like cycling throughout this thing. And I still get that feeling. I'm like, oh yeah. Cycling. But I've not injured myself. I've not gone crazy. I've sweated, but like sweat.
We've had this conversation before on the podcast for sure.
I'd say it every time. And it's just way better for you. Like the burpees, no, so overrated.
Okay. I agree for sure. Next one, smoothie bowls.
Ooh, shit. I love smoothie bowls, but I think they're overrated.
I'm glad you said that because they are delicious, but I agree.
They are so delicious, but so overrated, because if you buy a smoothie bowl out, you're probably having about 1,000 calories. So
I was in my head, I was thinking 900 calories. They're so many.
So high calorie. But when I was away I think it was my last holiday in America, and when we were in Vegas, I found our room, below the room, there was like this little smoothie thing, and you could get all these smoothie bowls, and I tried them all, and they were all so heavenly. But obviously I'm away, and it doesn't matter about calories. But if you're trying to, like, they're just so overrated.
Yeah, I think they're associated with being healthy, And when I say being healthy, I mean losing weight. And
Yeah.
like, this is what, like, the internet
You're better
world.
off having a bacon sandwich.
Yeah. You're better off having 2 bacon sandwiches. You'd probably going to hit more protein in 2 bacon sandwiches and less calories.
100%.
But they are bloody lovely. And if you've got 1,000 calories spare and you want one, why not? But generally,
Overrated.
I think overrated.
Planks.
You've got me here, because I can't even remember what the term is called. It's like one of those fallacies or something where, like, really stupid people and really educated people actually do the same things, and it's the people that are somewhere in the middle that do all the bullshit that you don't need to do. And I think planks might be one of those things. It's like a plank is something you learn. No, I think a plank is something you learn very early on.
Okay.
And it's one of the first things that everyone knows. And then, like, as you become more like extreme, this is not going to make sense to people that haven't seen this meme. As you become like more educated about fitness, you kind of think there's different things to do and all this. And I think when you become really educated again, I think planks are one of those like really basic fundamentals that are sick. And I think they're underrated.
Yes. I thought you were going away from what I was going to say, and then you brought it back. Yes, they are so underrated.
For anyone that's seen that meme, it's like a really dumb person on the left, and then like a really educated person on the right, I think. And or I can't remember what it is. It's to do with IQ. It's like an IQ chart. Yeah. And the really high IQ and low IQ do the same things, but for the opposite reasons. One because one's dumb, and one's because they're really smart. They've learned the basics actually matter. Yeah. Can someone? What my point is? Can someone actually message me and tell me what that thing is called? It's got a name.
I totally get what you mean. But
planks underrated.
Planks so underrated, guys. Yeah. Like, you all want all these fucking crazy ab workouts and stuff. Get planking. Planking is so important for all movements.
Yeah.
So many of you guys can't plank.
I'm going to skip on to the next question, and then we can kind of come back to plank at the same time.
Okay.
Overrated versus underrated, because you just touched on it. Ab routines. And I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really know what I mean by that.
All these ab blasty.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Way overrated.
So overrated.
So how do you kind of do abs? It's different for everyone, and I genuinely think it doesn't actually matter. But
so I do, before all sessions, I do planks and dead bugs. Ab sessions, I don't tend to do a lot of them. I might throw in some, like, at the end of a upper body session, I might throw in some like hanging leg raises. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, it stops there. Maybe some lying leg raises.
So
but that's it.
I mean, I do something similar. And I at the end of each session, only on upper body days, I think. So I think 3 times a week I chuck in one exercise. And I think I got this idea from someone like Mark Carroll or something, and I literally do like an upper abs, a lower abs, and a rotational type ab exercise.
Yes.
Or there's like a static hold or something like that. So I like the really basic ones. I say basic, people. I think I like the plank is basically one of the ones I do a lot now. And coming back to that, you said earlier that most people don't do plank very well. And I think that's super, super true.
So many people don't plank properly.
Yeah. There's no, like, you can't just, when you go into a plank, guys, you can't just get up onto your elbows.
Back. Tell you what people do, push back into their hips.
Yep.
So that, and it's just like, and then prime example, I'm not going to say who it was, but I had a client today who has worked with someone before, and we've done a plank and they push straight back into their hips.
Push back into hips.
And I was like, no, get them shoulders over them elbows,
Yeah.
so like directly above, and lower that bum down. And
So
they
I
were
think
like, shit, this is hard.
it's hard. So I think a lot of people either think they're straight or think that just being straight is enough. Like you said, you want to be directly over your elbows. You want to push yourself up so your shoulders are nice and supported. You want to big, deep breath out when you start and tense those abs. Like you want to be feeling it in your core. Some people, I think you can get away with doing 30 seconds of plank. I couldn't remember what we're talking about then. I think you can get away with doing 30 seconds of plank without it being that tough on your core. And it's one of those things, a bit like a burpee. If you do it wrong, it kind of hurts, and it takes a lot of energy, but you don't really know what is hurting.
Yeah.
But if you do it right, like you said with your client, if you get into position, damn, they're fucking tough.
Yeah. So true. So yeah, guys, get planking. Right. This protein cheese. What's it called? Is it lean cheese?
I don't. I've never used it, and I'm gonna go overrated because I'm assuming
Eat lean. It's called Eat Lean, I think.
Eat lean. I'm assuming. I'm just gonna put it out there. Generally, if anything is like a protein food, generally it's quite shit. So I would say pretty much anything that says high protein on it, be skeptical, and it could be overrated. Because like all these little bars and that, like Special K bars that are high protein, they have less protein in them than a slice of bread. So you're better off normally just eating normal foods.
Yeah.
Obviously, if something's naturally high in protein, like a yogurt, great. But if it's like a high protein Weetabix, just have your fucking Weetabix and maybe put a protein shake on it, like Haley does, and you're going to get 10 times the amount of protein than the actual Weetabix, the protein Bix has. I don't know. So in regards to the cheese, I'm going to say overrated because I don't really know what it is. I don't eat like cheese. Shit. Yeah, I imagine it tastes shit.
Cheese is banging. Okay, cheese. You don't like cheese.
Not really.
Cheese is banging. And we love cheese because the taste is amazing, right? Don't take that taste away with trying to add more protein. Like, cheese is good. That protein cheese doesn't taste anything like cheese.
Yeah, I think a lot of these things are just like, they're so gimmicky. The word protein and high protein is it sells for like 10 times the price of something without a protein badge on it. So yeah, I would straight up just say be careful of anything that says like protein cheese. Bad idea. Is it my question?
Yeah.
Donuts. Overrated or underrated?
I had that one. Oh. So underrated, guys. Donuts are the best.
Okay, I'll ask you another one because you had that one already. Tracking calories.
So underrated.
And we blast tracking calories, and I think a lot of people talk about tracking calories, and I still think in the grand scheme of things they're still underrated
massively. So many people now have have started going against it. I feel like saying you should be able to eat what you want, and yeah, you should be able to eat what we want and live a nice flexible life, but we still need to be tracking calories because like,
do you know what I think about these people? Yeah,
you can just eat way too much.
Sometimes I just think, yeah, these people that say this, and they'll come, some of them are smart as well, and they'll back it with like good research that shows why you shouldn't be tracking calories. But they're all people that at some point have tracked calories and then learn everything they needed to from tracking calories. And then they go away and they're like, oh, you shouldn't track calories because it doesn't make you feel good, or you might feel bad about this. Guess what? You fucking learn all of your knowledge about food from tracking calories. And in my mind, it does make you feel good because when you eat a donut, and you have it in your calories, you realize that there's nothing wrong with doing that. Whereas before, when you just eat the donut, you think, oh my God, I'm a bad person. I had a donut. I'm so fat. I can't do this diet.
Also, do you know what I find it helps with? Like, now that I know what's in everything, right? Even if I have a day where I go over calories, like Friday, for example, tomorrow, after my shoot, I'm having a burger and dirty fries, right? But before, I would have maybe had burger, dirty fries, milkshake, this, that. But now that I know what's in calories, I will probably have burger, dirty fries, and I'll have a diet soda.
I was going to say a Coke Zero.
Like, because, and then I'm not going, do you know what, like.
You're still having a cheat.
Although I'm still, no cheat word.
Do you know what? I actually don't. Yeah.
Although I'm still going over calories, right? I'm not going like, I know what's in food, so I'm not going ridiculous. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. 100% it does.
Like, even if I wanted to have, this is another good example. I know how high calorie, like I know how high granola is, but still I will eat it. But I know not to have too much.
I think it like what you're saying and what I said before, it really helps with that balance. Like you can still have bad foods and not demonize them. And then you can also, on the flip side, on the days where you're like having that cheat meal, which we shouldn't call cheat meals, if you're having that, you also know on the flip side, like, let's not go too overboard. I can still have like a Domino's or things like that, but let's just not let it go get out of control.
Maybe have I don't know if you usually have a large pizza, maybe have a medium pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you usually have a medium pizza, 2 sides, maybe just have the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just makes you more aware of everything.
Yeah.
Like the fucking garlic and herb dip.
600 calories for the big pot, isn't it?
What the hell?
That's
Why would you have 600 calories on sauce? I don't eat Domino's anymore because it really makes me feel sick and that. And some people are like, oh yeah, but maybe it's just because you're healthy. No, I have tried to have one slice and it makes me feel sick. But I used to have that pot of sauce and eat it all.
I'm not a big sauce guy, so I just have a small one and that's enough for me because I only use it for the crust.
Oh my God, I used to love that garlic and herb dip.
Yeah, it does taste good.
Yeah, but I can't believe it's that many.
Is it my one?
No, I think it's my one. You just said
I said tracking calories, didn't I?
Calories. Okay. Apple cider vinegar. I don't know why I say
it. It's funny because some people on this, like, I'm laughing because it's so obviously overrated, but I think just it's sometimes hard to forget.
Who the hell likes apple cider vinegar? No one. Stop drinking it. What is it? If you eat shit and eat way too many calories, what the fuck do you think apple cider vinegar is going to do? Dramatically decrease calories? I don't think so.
This is one of those things where people blast the benefits without remembering that simple science actually does work. You can't just, like you said, you can't just have apple cider vinegar and be healthy on the inside. If you think it's going to help with calories, it's not. And if you think it's going to help with like detoxing your body, let me tell you, the insides of your body detox themselves. There's nothing that can detox your body by drinking it.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like when you see people who want to lose weight and they come to you for help and their diet is horrific. And they go, I've bought some apple cider vinegar. Right. What do you honestly think that's going to do? Because it's not going to do anything. I'm going to be honest with you.
I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm laughing. If you've got some in the cupboard, because that's what you do. I did just have a little giggle. But if you're still unsure, if you're listening to this podcast and you're still unsure of like what you should be eating and shouldn't, then give us a message because we've probably spoke about this so many times. We don't speak about it that much anymore.
If someone handed you, like, if someone, like, let's say you were drinking and someone handed you a mixed drink of like something you hated, I don't know, you had to drink a pint of whiskey and you don't like whiskey, you're going to say no. So why are you going to drink apple cider vinegar when you don't like it? Because let's be honest, no one wants to drink vinegar.
I think those shots have become like quite popular. Those like, you know, like ginger shots, and they hurt your throat. I actually quite like that. So people associate like apple cider vinegar with that, and it's like all these little health benefits that have been like studied and show like 0.0001% of a benefit, and then they're like, this is the new health thing that we can sell for £5 a shot. Yeah, overrated. Let's just skip straight past that one.
Yeah.
Now
Get rid of that one. I could about that.
Barbell movements.
Barbell movements.
So barbell squat, barbell bench press, things like
that. Underrated. Is that what you're going to say?
And these could go two ways, but I think they're overrated.
Oh, I was going to say underrated because so many people like to switch up all these different exercises, stick to something simple. So grab a barbell.
I think 100% in the way you're going with that. Just carry on with the way you're going. Carry on with the way you're going.
Okay, so mine was underrated because everyone needs to be doing all these crazy, like, you see all these things on Instagram, and basically they're just doing these things on crazy Instagram so that you start following them and you buy their stuff. But like, stop doing all these like weird exercises and using weird things that you don't need to do. Basic movements. So a squat, a bench press, using a barbell. It's like the basic movements.
So on what you've just said, 100% agree. If you're a beginner or even intermediate, 100% agree. But if you're more advanced or you've been lifting for a while and you want to build maximum muscle and you've been listening to all these coaches that are like, you need to squat, deadlift and bench press, and that's the staples that you need to do, you can build muscle other ways. And I personally, well, they definitely don't. Like a barbell squat is not going to build as much muscle on your quads as something that's specifically just quad related.
Well, that's like me. I don't barbell squat anymore. I can't do it. It doesn't feel great. Yep. It feels disgusting.
And you're not a power lifter, so it doesn't actually matter.
I don't need it. So a hack squat, a leg press, split squats, I can smash.
Yeah.
So why do I need it? And I do want to try that pendulum squat that we spoke about earlier. So barbell squats, see you later. Not interested. So yes, my point of view with the crazy workouts, they are underrated. Mm-hmm. But your point saying that like you don't need to do this to build the muscle or get stronger. Yes.
Overrated. So stay simple. There are some basics you have to do: squat, some form of hinge pattern, like a press, some form of pressing. An overhead press is good, but you don't always have to do it with a barbell to elicit like the most muscle growth possible. So they probably are underrated for beginners, but overrated for people who are trying to build maximum muscle.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, perfect. Ice baths.
I'm going to group this with cold showers. Actually, no, I'm not. Let's separate them.
Let's separate.
Because I have cold showers here. Ice baths. Massively overrated. I think the use of ice, there is research to show a lot. There is research that shows benefit of like switching between hot and cold. So lots of like ice baths into sauna, into ice baths and things like that. But for pretty much everyone, ice baths aren't going to do much for you.
For the general population,
you
do not need to get into an ice bath.
Yeah. Look, everything comes down to these like fundamentals. Are you sleeping properly? Are you eating properly? And are you going to the gym 3 times a week? If you're not nailing those, which I know you're not, because none of you are sleeping enough, because I just know you're not. And if you are, please direct message me on Instagram, your sleep routine, because I'd love to know what it is, because 90% of people listen to this do not sleep well. So if you're not doing those 3 basics, everything else is bullshit. Ice baths aren't going to do much for you. If you're an Olympic athlete and your coach wants you to do an ice bath because it might slow down some form of swelling or whatever, then go for it. But
that's completely like
general population, ice baths, bullshit, overrated.
You ain't seen in an ice bath, basically.
Cold showers.
I don't know. I don't do it.
I think this. It's tough to say overrated or underrated, because I think if you get in a shower hot, do your washing nice and clean, so you're nice and hot, and then go cold, there's a lot of benefits you get from mindset, but there aren't really any benefits you're going to get physically. I think a lot of things are said about cold showers, like making your metabolism speed up and shit like that.
Yeah, I've heard that bullshit.
Yeah.
I know what you mean by like getting in, like your breathing, like being able to be under stress, your body being able to be under, because whenever I get into something cold, I'm like, like this. And if you get your body used to that, you'll be like, it sounds so silly, but in other things in life, you will be able to handle stress as well. So I do completely see it, because when there's a video of me from the last time I went to the Lake District, and my mum and dad got in the lake, and they were like, but my mum just goes straight in, and she does like the whole, whoa, but then she's fine.
Yeah.
Whereas I got in and I was mad panic. I was like, I went in, and Jods was like, my sister was like, let me take a photo. So she quickly took a photo. Then I was out, and I was like, so like my heart was racing.
But if you can control that.
But
the idea of controlled breathing, that's a powerful thing that you could get from taking cold showers. And also, I think if you do take a cold shower, you come out, you do feel good. And that might, a lot of it be placebo, but like there is some benefit there, but they're definitely overrated for anything to do with like body goals or physique or anything like that.
Yeah, so true. Walking on a treadmill.
Walking on a treadmill.
Go with it.
I think I'm going to go overrated because you can walk outside.
Yeah, that's exactly my point.
If you can't walk outside, then if it's really pissing down with rain, then walking, I think as a walking is massively underrated, but walking on a treadmill, massively overrated.
Yeah. Walking on a treadmill, so overrated. Go and get your fucking steps outside. If you can quite happily stand on a treadmill and do half an hour of walking, you can definitely, like, if you can do that, looking at a fucking wall, you can go outside and do those steps outside.
Yeah, yeah. But raining, go and do it, whack on Netflix, get your steps done. Because walking, I think, is massively underrated.
Yeah.
Do you have any more left?
Yeah, got one.
Okay. Which one do I want to pick? Let's go with to-do lists.
They are massively underrated. To-do lists. Honestly, my life is so much better now that I do my to-do lists. I get everything done. If there's a day where I've fucked up and I haven't wrote my to-do list, my head's is fucking. I'm a mess. I don't do anything.
I'm so much more productive when I've written my to-do list out the night before.
Yes.
And I said this the other day. Someone messaged me on my question box after I'd broken my leg, my ankle, whatever the fuck it is. I'm exaggerating now. It's my leg. It's snapped in half. Yeah. Someone messaged me because I put a little Q&A box up. And I think they said something about, are you stressed about your challenge or are you doing something? And I mentioned this earlier in this episode, saying that my mindset's really strong. It actually might not just be mindset. I think a lot of it has come down to like, I've really got good at nailing my to-do list. And once I've nailed it, I don't stress because my to-do list is all I've got to do today. I don't worry about anything else. I literally worry about the to-do list. Yeah. And I've got really good at doing that now. It really takes the stress away from life, I think. Because if you know that all you've got to do is these 3 things today, or 4 or 5, whatever you've got to do, and you nail, even if you only nail 80% of them, like you're fucking winning. If you do that 5, 6, 7 days a week, every single week of the year, you literally, you'll be a different person. And I think
100%.
I actually don't even think my mindset has changed much. I think my ability to just get shit done because of a to-do list has changed.
Yeah. To-do lists, guys, get doing them. Drinking water.
I mean, it's got to be in general population. Drinking water has to be so underrated. It's unreal.
So
it amazes me how many people don't drink enough water.
Oh, I'm sick to death of hearing I can't drink water. What? I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. Client came in the other day and said, "What? I need to drink all." Yes, just drink it. Like, put some squash in it. It's.
Do you know what?
Annoying.
This is one of those things that is so unbelievably basic that people don't realize how much it affects them. If you're coming to me for a PT, yeah, it's because something in your life is not right. Something's not right. Your weight isn't where you want it to be. Your mindset's not where you want it to be. You don't feel healthy. Something isn't right, because otherwise you wouldn't need help. Let's just fucking nail the basics. So if I tell you to drink 2 to 3 liters of water, go and fucking drink it. It's not hard.
So annoying.
And if you get that right, then let's look at your sleep. Let's try sleep 8 hours. And then if you get that right, we've obviously already gone over workouts, but like, then we can worry about supplements or some of the other shit we've talked about in this podcast. But yeah, the fact that people are coming to you and saying, "Do I have to?"
Like, I don't like water. Put some fucking squash in it.
I think
I have literally just had a pint of water with some Vimto squash in it. I'm sure everyone likes Vimto. Like, there is all different flavors of squash, like 0 sugar, whatever. Just put some in your water and drink.
I'm glad you touched on that. I think squash probably underrated, because if it helps you to drink water, then fucking hell, get that in your diet.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to drink more water, great. And I think
I know it's so funny when people go, "But I thought squash had sugar in it." Don't worry about the sugar if you can't drink 3 liters of water.
It's another one. Like, let's hit these basics first. Yeah, it has minimal sugar, or it has no sugar if you get one with just sweeteners in. So let's not worry about that from now on. I think one of the biggest mistakes for the general population, I'm sure a lot of people listen to this podcast aren't in this place, but you'll probably know a family member, a parent or something. I think a lot of people mistake functioning for functioning well, because let me explain what I mean here. So in terms of your body, the body's ability to function on the shittest ingredients is incredible. So everyone will know someone who doesn't drink water at all, and they go, "Well, I don't drink any water, and look at me, I'm fine." These people are not fine. They are like, they're anxious, they're depressed, they're not going through life well.
They're napping in the middle of the day. They're not shitting properly.
You can't find me one healthy person that drinks less than a liter of water. They might say they don't drink any water, but they're not healthy. No way. I know loads of people that don't dring water, and they're like, "I don't drink any water." They're not healthy. They're not healthy.
No.
There's something wrong with them.
There's always something. She's always, I got this wrong with me today. Nan, how much water are you drinking? "Oh, I drink a glass with dinner and a glass with lunch." What? When I was last there, I ordered her a bottle to come for the next day.
Yeah.
I told her to keep that near you. And it's one of them ones that says, she probably needs to drink like more, but I got one of them ones that says like 2 p.m., 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Just use that.
Just drink water. And like, I've mentioned this loads. You've mentioned it loads. Get yourself a big jug. Like, it doesn't, even if you get yourself a liter bottle, if you don't want a big one, but minimum a liter. Don't stop fucking going, "Oh yeah, I'll have just a glass. I've got a glass at work. I'll top that up." That's not enough.
You won't go top it up.
Yeah. A glass of water, you end up topping up. You don't top up to the top. It ends up being like 400 ml. You have to drink like 10 of those a day.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So yeah. I've got one more.
Go for it.
positive affirmations.
Positive affirmations. Oh, shit. I think they are very underrated.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I thought you were going to go overrated.
No, I think they're underrated because when you do positive affirmations, it just makes you feel better about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you want to work hard for for example, our businesses. We want to grow our businesses as well. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having these businesses. So for us to do some positive affirmations about working towards that makes us feel great about it. And we do it. About yourself, if you're feeling shitty about yourself and you talk so negatively about it, I've spoke about this so much on my Instagram recently, self-negative talk, get doing some positive affirmations, write something down. Do you know what upset me the other day? I did a question box saying, tell me something you love about yourself. And do you know how many people I had writing that thing and I didn't put them on there saying there is nothing?
That's sad.
I was like, do you know what? Like, that is fucking horrible. We are all amazing in our own little ways. There's all like, we're all awesome. There is always something good about us. Get writing them down and make yourself feel great. Don't ever say there's nothing good about yourself, because there is. We've all got good things.
100,000,000%. That's actually sad to hear that, but
it's horrible.
Yeah, positive affirmations. This is one of those things that I think isn't a lot of this. I've mentioned like do the basics. I actually think positive affirmation should be like a basic thing, but just isn't. It's like, it seems like an advanced hippie type thing. And I've said that before, I think on a previous podcast. I think because I used to think they're a bit like hippie, like, but like there's nothing more beneficial than talking positively to yourself about yourself, because you are like the product of your actions and thoughts. And if you constantly think positive things about yourself, you're going to constantly get positive outcomes.
And you're going to be positive about other things. You're going to be like, this sounds so cheesy, but literally RuPaul, right? The drag queen, has the best saying. If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? And it's so fucking true. It is so true. If you can't love someone else, how can you ever love anybody?
100%. Like
if you can't see positive things about you.
And I think it's really telling. If you go back and listen to our mental health podcast a couple of episodes back, I think it was episode 46, it could have been 47, something like that. It's really, when you're in a bad place, you're thinking a lot about the bad things in your life, and everything just seems to go wrong for you. And it's because you're constantly just affirming negative thoughts. You're thinking bad about something's going wrong at work, or your wife's left you, or whatever it is. And then you're letting that drag into every other part of your life. And then your friends don't want to hang around with you because you're just miserable all the time. Like, if you're slightly more positive, these little positive actions add up and they'll make you a more positive person. And then you'll smile more.
Oh, I love that. I hate when I see people sad. I want people to smile all the time.
I've been happy for every single minute of every single hour since I broke my leg. So positive thoughts will get you through the day.
So guys, if you struggle with any of these kind of topics we've gone over, I know some of them probably don't relate, but for example, the basics that we spoke about or anything like that, get in touch with us. We are coaches, we are trainers. So Jake, why don't you quickly give us a lowdown on what's been happening for you this week, business-wise?
Yeah. So I mean, me and Haley both one-to-one PTs, and we both are online coaches. So online coaching is basically for anyone that I would say isn't near us. So obviously can't do one-to-one. That's just a given. But also for anyone that like is fairly competent in the gym, but they're just not working hard enough or getting results fast enough. Like, we will get you there way, way faster than you doing it by yourself. And my online coaching's had a massive revamp. I've changed things up, added in things that people say they wanted, a little bit more like meal ideas and stuff like that, because I think people always moan that they don't know what to cook. So I've tried to add in loads of like simple meals and made it nice and pretty. You can have your macros on there. It will show you like what to cook, how to cook it. So I added a few of those things in, but all the fundamentals, all your training programs, nutritional guidelines, like actually like understanding calories, macros, all of that shit. But not just that, like some form of instant messenger. So you can message me and I'll get back to you. So if you feel like you're kind of not making progress fast enough, or even if you're a little bit lost of like what to train, then go look at either my or Haley's Instas, because we both have options for online coaching, and you can just go through, fill in some details on my one anyway, and I'll get back to you with some information that will help you even just for free.
Yeah.
Apart from that.
Yeah. I don't know what, I went into my own little world then. I was just listening about your online coaching. But yeah, get in touch with us. Yeah, we do both have them questionnaire things. I've got one linked on mine. So yeah, fill that out and we'll get in touch. But yeah, see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.